Mahavir University. Today we are going to study about equity and efficiency. Before starting the session, there are the two questions which arise in every mind. That number first question is efficiency questions in healthcare sector arise because costs are high. That's correct. Efficiency questions in the healthcare sector often arise because costs are high and resources are limited. Some specific efficiency challenges in healthcare include allocative efficiency, ensuring that resources are allocated to the most valuable healthcare service and innovations. Technical efficiency, minimizing waste and optimizing the use of the resources in healthcare and delivery. Productivity efficiency, maximizing the output of high quality healthcare services per unit of input, example labor and equipment. Distributive efficiency, ensuring that healthcare resources are distributed fairly and equitably among the population. High costs in healthcare lead to inefficiencies such as overuse of services, inefficient delivery model, inequitable access to care, administrative waste, inefficient use of technology. Addressing these efficiency challenges can help reduce costs, improve healthcare outcomes, and enhance the overall sustainability of healthcare system. Next question arises: equity questions arise because many people are unused to underinsured, uninsured to or underinsured. That's correct. Equity question in healthcare arise because many people are uninsured or underinsured, leading to unequal access to healthcare services. That is result in healthcare disparities. Certain population experience worse health outcomes due to limited access to healthcare. Financial barriers, unaffordable out of pocket cost or lack of insurance coverage prevents individual from seeking necessary care. And inequitable distribution, healthcare resources are not distributed fairly, prioritizing those with better insurance or greater financial means. Social injustice, systematic inequalities, procurate health inequalities, disparity affecting population, example low income communities, racial ethical minorities. Addressing equity questions in healthcare involve expanding insurance coverage, improving access to care for unreserved population, reducing financial barriers, promoting culturally competitive care, addressing social determinants of healthcare. By tackling these issues, we can towards a more equitable healthcare system, assuring that everyone has a fair opportunity to achieve optimal health. Now, the question arises: what is efficiency? Efficiency refers to the optimal use of the resources to achieve a goal or output with the minimal wastage, expense, or efforts. It's about getting the most value out of the resource you use. There are several types of efficiency, including productive efficiency, allocative efficiency, technical efficiency, economic efficiency, and social efficiency. Efficiency is an important because it reduces the waste of cost, improve the productivity output, enhance the competitiveness, increase the customer satisfaction, support sustainable development, and in various contexts, efficiency can be measured through the metrics like productivity ratio, cost benefit analysis, rate of investment, utility merits, and customer satisfaction survey. By striving for efficiency, organization income are and individual can achieve more with less, leading to improved performance and sustainability. Now, assumption of efficiency. The assumption of efficiency in economic include relational behavior. Decision makers act rationality and make optimal choice. complete information, all relevant information is available to decision maker, no transaction cost, buying and selling have no cost or fees, no externalities, actions do not affect third party or the environment, perfect competition, many firm complete and no single firm can influence prices, constant returns to scale, firms efficiency doesn't change with the scale, no government intervention, no government regulation or subsidy affect the market, no market failure, market always allocate resource efficiency. These assumptions help create a theoretical framework for understanding the efficient market and optimal decision making. However, real world market often deviate from these assumptions, leading to inefficiency and market failures. By understanding these assumptions, economists can analyze the condition necessary for efficiency and identify potential source of inefficiency in real world market. Role of equity. Equity play a crucial role in various contexts including finance, healthcare, social justice, education, business, environmental sustainability, human rights. Equity role is to promote fairness and justice, address disparities and inequalities, ensure equal access to resource and opportunity, foster resource decision making purposes, support willingness population, encourage social and environmental responsibility, advance human and well-being and dignity. By prioritize equity, we can build a more just and equitable society where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. What is first fundamental theorem of welfare? A competitive equilibrium allocation is a portfolio efficient. In other words, a market equilibrium in which all the firm and consumer are maximizing their utility subject to their budget concern will lead to an allocation of resource that is efficient in the sense that has no individual can made better off without making someone else first. This theorem assumes complete market, perfect competition, rational behavior, no extension, no public goods. This provide a theoretical foundation for the idea that free market can lead to efficient outcome, and it has had a significant impact on the development of welfare economic policy. Second fundamental theorem of welfare. The second fundamental theorem of welfare economics states that a Pareto efficient allocation can achieve through competitive equilibrium given a sustainable redistribution of initial environment. In other words, it shows that the desired Pareto efficient allocation can achieve through a competitive market equilibrium, and as long as the initial distribution of resources is adjusted appropriately. This theorem implies that least phase market can achieve efficiency but may not be fair. Redistributive policy can achieve fairness without sacrifice efficiency. The government can use taxes, subsidies, and transfer to achieve a desired distribution of wealth while still leveraging of efficiency of market. This provides a theoretical foundation for economic welfare, social welfare policy, redistributive economic market socialism. By completing the economists can design policies that balance efficiency and equity, promoting both market efficiency and social welfare. Assumption behind the competitive equilibrium. The assumption behind the competitive equilibrium are perfect competition, complete market, rational market, no externalities, no public goods, no information, no transaction cost, no government intervention, constant return of scale, no uncertainty. Now, these assumptions ensure that firm maximize profit, consumer maximize utility, resources are allocated efficiently, market clear, supply equal demand. By assuming competitive equilibrium, economists can analyze the behavior of the market and predict the outcomes of changes in policy of market condition. However, real world market has often deviated from the assumption, leading to market failure and inefficient. Now, next question arises: what is theory of second best? The theory of second best states that when some of assumption of the competitive equilibrium model are not met, policies aimed at correcting one market failure may lead to unneeded consequence in other market. In such cases, the optimal policy is not to strive for the first best solution, that is perfect competition, but rather than to aim for the second best solution, which takes into account of constraints and imperfections of the real world. The theory of second best was developed by economist Richard Lipsey in 1950 and has since been widely applied in various fields including international trade, public finance, environmental economics, industrial organization. The theory highlights the importance of considering a broader economic constraint and potential integration between different market and policies. It also emphasized that in the pressure of the multiple market failure, policymaker may need to prioritize and make trade-off between different services. The key can be summarized as follows: perfect competition is not always achievable or desirable. Policies aimed at correcting one market failure may have united consequences in other market. The optimal policy is often a second best solution that balance competing objectives and constraints. Policymakers must consider the broader economic constraint and potential interaction between market. By recognizing the limitation and complexity of real world market, the theory of second best provide a more nuanced and realistic approach to income and policy analysis. Now, what is equity? Equity refers to the principle of fairness and justice in the distribution of resources, benefit, and opportunity. It aims to ensure that individual or group receive what they deserve based on their need, efforts, and contribution. Equity is about promoting equal access, opportunity, and treatment of all without discrimination on basis. It varies in various contexts. Equity refers to financial equity, social equity, health equity, educational equity, gender equity, and environmental equity. Equity is important because it promotes social justice and human rights, reduce inequity and discrimination, improve overall well-being and quality of life, enhance social and competitiveness, support economic growth and development. By prioritizing equity, we can create a more just, fair society where everyone has the opportunity of thrive. Definition of partio efficiency. Partio efficiency is also known as partio optimality, is a concern in economics and social science that describe a state where no individual can make better off without making someone else worse off. The resources are allocated in a way that maximizes overall well-being without sacrificing the well-being of any individual. In other words, a partio efficiency outcome is one where no one can made better off without harming someone else. The allocation of resources is optimal and any changes would lead to a loss for at least one individual. This concept is named after Vilfredo Pareto, an Italian economist who first introduced the idea. Pareto efficiency is often used as a benchmark for evaluating the economic outcome, policy, and social arguments. To illustrate a concerned situation where a pie is divided among several people, a partial efficient division could be one where no one can get a large slice without taking it from someone else. The current division of is optimal and any change would make someone worse. Pareto efficiency does not necessarily imply equity or fairness, but rather a maximization of overall well-being given the existing resource and concentration. What is Advent box? Age-worth box. The age-worth box is a graphical tool used in economic to illustrate the potential outcome of trade between two individual parties. The box represents all possible allocation of two goods between two people. The horizontal and vertical axis of the box measure the equity of the two goods one from each person. The initial endowment of the individual are represented by a point within a box. In an indifference curve are shown to show combination of the goods and give the individual equal level of satisfaction. The adverse box is crucial for understanding the core concept of Pareto efficiency and the gain from trade. The tool is fundamental in welfare economics, showing cast the potential mutual benefit of exchange and the market ability to allocate resource efficiency under certain condition. First fundamental theorem of welfare of economics. The first fundamental welfare of theorem of welfare economics states that a competitive equilibrium allocate is a Pareto efficient. In other words, a market equilibrium in which all the firm have and consumer are maximizing their utility subject to their budget will lead to an allocation of resource that is inefficient in the sense that no individual can make better off without making someone else worse off. The allocation of resource is optimal and any changes would lead to a loss for at least one individual. This theorem assumes complete market, perfect competition, relational behavior, no externalities, no public food. The first fundamental theorem of welfare of economics provide a theoretical foundation of the idea that free market can lead to efficient outcome, and it has a significant impact on the development and welfare economics and economic policy. It's important to note that this theorem does not claim that competitive equilibrium in the only way to achieve partly efficiency, but rather than it is to the one possible way to achieve it. Additionally, the theorem assumes that the number of conditions that may not leave to meet in reality, such as perfect competition and complete welfare economic states, any Pareto optimum can be supported as a competitive equilibrium for some initial set. In other words, any desired Pareto efficient outcome can be achieved through the market equilibrium. Pareto efficiency can achieve with any redistribution of initial wealth. This theorem implies that any desired outcome can be supported by a competitive equilibrium with an appropriate redistribution of initial wealth. Market equilibrium can achieve Pareto efficiency with appropriate redistribution. This theorem assumes complete market, perfect competition, rational behavior, no externalities, no public goods, convexity and preferences, local non-satisfaction of preferences. The second fundamental theorem provides a theoretical foundation for the idea that the market equilibrium can achieve a Pareto efficiency with appropriate redistribution of wealth, and it has a significant impact on the development of the welfare and economic policy. How do we distribute? What is a competitive model of assumption? In the context of second fundamental theorem of economics, redistribution of initial advancement refer to the reallocation of resources, wealth or income among the individual or group to achieve the desired peripheral efficient outcome. The competitive model assumes that initial environment can be redistributed through lump sum transfer, taxes, subsidy, or cash transfer. This distribution of wealth or asset changes in the property rights. The redistribution is done in a way that does not affect the production technology or preferences of individual, does not create externalities or the public goods. It done in a lump sum manner without disordering the market incentive. In practice, or redistribution can be achieved through various policy instruments such as progressive taxation, social welfare program, public education and health, wealth redistribution through taxes or wealth transfer, land reform, or property rights redistribution. By redistribution initial environment, the competitive model can achieve a Pareto efficient outcome where resources are allocated efficiently and social welfare is maximized. However, it's important to note that this is an idealized model, and real world redistribution policy often face real challenges and limitations. Does it hold healthcare? The competitive model is the second fundamental theorem of the welfare economic, may not directly apply to the healthcare due to the several reasons. Healthcare is a public good, information asymmetry, market failure, no relevancy, equity and fairness. To address the challenges, healthcare system often employ alternative models such as National Health Service, social health insurance, mixed model, public-private hybrid. These models aim to balance efficiency, equity, and fairness in the health care delivery rather than relying the solely and competitive market forces. Here are some classic example of the theory of second best. Making fried rice without salt and pepper. Rice is based with salt, pepper and other ingredient. Without salt and pepper, it is better to make fried eggs with rice and add soy sauce rather than just using the remaining integrated to make the second rate fried rice. Market failure in pollution. If pollution cannot be eradicated in a free market economy, the second best option may not be to satisfy the other condition of the perfect free market. For instance, breaking down monopoly to achieve many buyers and sellers could lead even more pollution. Healthcare. The theory suggests that introducing the dishonesty in one market can consequent in another, leading to a more efficient outcome. For example, in a healthcare system with high demand and limited supply, introduce the pricing ceiling, and it can lead to be more efficient outcome by encouraging more supply. Now the question arises, what is equity? Equity refer to the different concept of depending the context. Finance equity refer to the ownership of share assets such as stock or property. It represents the value of the ownership in a business or investment. Social justice equity refer to fairness, empirically and equal opportunity for all individual regardless of their background, race, gender or socio-economic status. Healthcare equity is healthcare mean ensuring that everyone has equal access to healthcare service regardless of their background or circumstances. Education equity in education means providing equal opportunity and resource to all students regardless of their background and circumstances. Law equity refer to a legal principle that aim to achieve fairness and justice, often used in cases where strict application of the law would lead to the unjust outcomes. In general, equity emphasizes the importance of fairness, equal opportunity and empirically in various aspects of life. What is equity possible frontier? Equity possible frontier is a graphical representation that illustrates the trade of equity and utility in resource allocation of policy decision in a tool is used welfare, economic and social choice. Their theory of unrealized balance between equity and utility. It typically has a downward sloping shape indicating that as equity increase, more equal distribution utility may decrease due to inefficiency or reduced incentives. As utility increase, greater overall well-being, equity may decrease due to unequal distribution of discriminaties. It helps policymakers and researchers identify the optimal balance between the equity and utility, evaluate the trade-off between different policy options, design policy that achieve a more equitable and efficient allocation of resource. By examining this, decision makers can better understand the consequence of their choices and strive for a more just and efficiency. What is equity social welfare function? Equity social welfare function is a mathematical representation that combines both equity and social welfare consideration into a single function. It is used to evaluate the optimized policy decision, resource allocation, or social outcome based on equity and social welfare. Equity typically takes equity social welfare is equal to x plus wx plus ex, where x represent the allocation of resource, wx represent the utility, and ex represent the application. This allow policymaker to trade off between policy and social welfare, set a desired level of equity and maximize their social welfare, evaluate the equity implication of different policy options. Common form of equity social welfare function include utility equalization legislation. By using this, decision maker can make more informed choice that balance the campaigning goal of efficiency and fairness, leading to the more equitable and proportionate societies. Why norms healthcare need? Norms healthcare need may refer to the concept of norms healthcare need in the context of the health economic and health policy. This concept is named after David Norman, a health economist who argued that individuals have different healthcare needs based on their unique circumstances. Norms healthcare need are categorized into four types: normative, felt, express, and comparative. Using normative healthcare need is essential for resource allocation, priority setting, healthcare, and planning policy development. By recognizing the different type of healthcare needs, policymakers and healthcare professionals can better address the complex health and requirement for the individual population. Different countries have different about much should aspire to the competitive market. That's a great point. Different countries have varying perspective on the role of competitive market in their economies and extent to which they arise. To achieve competitive market ideals can differ significantly. This is shaped by the various factors including economic ideology, cultural value, development stage, and political system. These differences lead to varying the degrees of government intervention, regulation, and public ownership, reflecting each country unique balance between competitive market deals and social welfare concern. Different countries have different social welfare function on or belief about equity, so it will provide a different level of healthcare. That's a great point. Different countries have distinct social welfare function and belief about the equity which influence their healthcare system and the level of healthcare they provide. Here are some examples. Universal healthcare. Countries like UK, Canada, and Australia provide the equity and universal access to healthcare, providing comprehensive coverage of all citizens. Social health insurance. Germany, France, and Japan have a social health insurance model where individual purchase insurance, but the government subsidize those who cannot afford it, ensuring widespread coverage. National Health Service, the UK National Health Service provide a competitive tax-funded healthcare with a strong emphasis on equity and universal access. Private healthcare, the US has a primarily private healthcare system with a focus on individual responsibility and market forces, and leading to the unequal access and outcome. Mixed model. Countries like Sweden, Denmark, and Netherlands combine public and private healthcare elements, balancing equity and efficiency. Low and middle income countries. Many countries struggle to provide basic healthcare service with a focus on primary care and essential medicines. These difference reflect varying the social value and potential priorities and economic condition, leading to diverse healthcare system and level of care.